You guys rule. Let's go. You got it.
Here we go.
Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Boston Celtics in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
And currently, he's in the zone. A tremendous feel for the game. His assist numbers these past 5 games look a lot different from the rest of the season. And by different, I mean better.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Russell Westbrook out there with Derek White. And it's Goose in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You know, Doris, what you love about this time of year, some of these games have a playoff atmosphere.
It's been fascinating. The changes the league has made certainly has had an impact on how competitive these late season games are. Desperation starts to kick in. Every win is cause for celebration. Every loss hurts. It can't play any better than that.
Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Here's Westbrook. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Love Westbrook's ability to shoot it off the dribble. The stop, the rise, the fire. He makes it look easy.
Russell, the pass to Thomas. And Goose pulls it down. We are all still talking MP's triple-double, Grant. A 60-20-10 game. My goodness.
Oh, as if 60 points isn't enough. MP adding in those 20 rebounds, 10 assists. Come on, B.A. That's just not fair.
So it's Brooklyn now. After the basket by Boston. Thomas passes to Williams. Here's Russell. There's the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Pass to Westbrook. Thomas against White. Let's go with a 3. Hits a three-pointer.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Russell, the pass to Thomas. They need this. Rebound Boston.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Brown with it.
Hey, yo, that's all you.
Goose passes to White.
Russell.
There's a screen. Another one falls for Boston.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Shoots over White. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Good on the bucket.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here's Russell, following the bucket by the Celtics. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
What's really impressed me is his ability to create for others on the offensive end. He's got a sharp mind for the game, and he's put it to use helping his teammates find good shots.
Now here's Johnson. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13 and a half a game. It's Thomas on the wing. Claxton a screen on White. 5 to shoot. Thomas finds Johnson. And the first shot of the night for him, no good.
Just brutal. 5 straight misses to begin the game.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Thomas. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
And Williams has got the ball here for Brooklyn. They trail by 11. Russell, the pass to Claxton. Russell against Westbrook. Left side, Russell. Over Westbrook. It's deflected. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Here's Doyle. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's Johnson. He's scoreless.
Right there! Russell!
Second chance effort. And Goose pulls it down. Doyle's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Thomas. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Johnson with a bucket.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
There's Tatum with the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Tatum's got 5 now.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Thomas outside. Outside Johnson. Pass to Thomas. The 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Basket's good. He's got 6.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Russell a screen on White. Here's Thomas for 3. Boston pulls it in. Doyle's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Down low. The ball's knocked loose. White on the wing. 7 points in the game. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Boston leading by 19. Westbrook, the pass to Goose. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Melton, he's checked in for Williams. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
And if you turn the ball over when you play this team, you're going to regret it. They just have a knack for knowing how to capitalize off other teams' mistakes.
Go over it.
Russell with the ball. Still no points. Melton misses. White on the wing. Melton covers. Chalk up 2 there.
Soft touch by Derek White. The floater, not an easy shot, but he puts that one on target.
Thomas outside. Tries the spin move. To get back on track. Brown with some nice D.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Russell deciding where to go with it. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
Here's Tatum. Here's Doyle. The kick to Tatum. Fires from deep. Connects from downtown. Tatum's got 8.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game. Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Thomas outside. Outside Johnson. Pass to Claxton. Russell with the ball. Thomas outside. Shoots over Tatum. They get the rebound, and they recover it. 1 on the clock. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Westbrook, the pass to Goose. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Claxton up top. Here's Thomas for 3. And Goose pulls it down. Doyle's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
I love that Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Outside Johnson. Melton passes to Johnson. Shoots over Tatum. And the shot falls short that time.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
White, good.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Yo, check the Anthony.
Melton on the wing. He's guarded by White. Claxton passes to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here's Johnson. And Goose pulls it down.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
White, good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Goose in their last matchup against the Nets put on a show. He had 63 points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years to come, unless he's able to do it again tonight. Brian?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And the Celtics making a change here. Holiday is checked in. From deep, Melton. Hauled in by Brown. Holiday surveying the floor. And the Celtics another 3.
Wow, some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
Outside, Williams. Melton, right side. Pass to Post to halt the run. He drops it from range.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Holiday powers it home.
What great burst by Drew Holiday there, and he just finishes with intent. That's a big-time move.
Brooklyn shooting 23%. Not great so far. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Williams finds Melton. For three. The rebound, Celtics. Doyle's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
From deep, Melton. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Boston Celtics. Don't see too many 39-point leads in the NBA. Incredible. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Celtics.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Drew Holiday. And it's Goose in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Melton misses.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times, had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
To the inside, here's Doyle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doyle's got 20 points.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
The Nets have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter.
Hey, who's watching them?
Melton outside. Brown against Williams. Fires the 3. Boston with a rebound. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets. Came away with a win.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Williams misses.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Inside, Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. To the inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
And here's Martin. No points yet. Melton outside from behind the arc. And Goose pulls it down.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Uneasy, too, on the layup. He's got 26.
I just love the ball movement.
Watford outside. Williams passes to Melton. Back to Williams. To end the run. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Celtics have gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. Down low. Here's Doyle. Outside Holiday. Tatum with a screen. Pritchard gets the 3 ball to go. Pritchard's got 5 points.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the night here. And he shows the focus there, nails the tee. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Westbrook comes in for Holiday. Wilson's checked in for Brooklyn. The Celtics have gone an outstanding 7 of 7 so far in the second quarter.
Russell Westbrook right now sharing the wealth, getting his teammates involved. Love it.
And here are the Nets now. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Martin outside. Pass to Wilson. Watford left side. Three-pointer. On target from range. Watford's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
Here's Westbrook. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
You love the quickness that Russell Westbrook gets into in the catch-and-shoot opportunities. Rise and fire, young sir.
They set the screen. Beyond the arc. Wilson, no good. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 19-7 run. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Melton passes to Wilson. Here's Post. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Nicholas Claxton.
We're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Martin, and so he makes both from the line. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Thomas misses. Boston has gotten 7 of 8 three-pointers to go in this game. Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
B.A., there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Watford's checked in. Westbrook against Thomas. Pass to Melton. Driving to the basket. Now Claxton. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And stolen by Claxton.
I got it.
Now here's Thomas. A proven scorer in this league, averaging just over 25 a game. To the middle. Melton passes to Wilson. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Big time 2-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Westbrook finds Porzingis. Here's Pritchard. From deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Now Melton. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Goes up from the top of the key, and Goose pulls it down.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
And that one, good.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
Melton passes to Wilson. And here's Claxton. And he gets the bucket. Claxton's got 6 in the quarter. To the paint. Here's Doyle. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws. It's on Nick Claxton.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw no good. White, he's checked in for Boston. That one misses. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Westbrook against Russell. Johnson for three. Boston pulls it in.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Brown. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Well, at 6'7", this is a forward, Jaylen Brown, who handles it well, cuts his way right through the defense.
Brown against Williams. Outside Johnson. Back to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And now let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league since the All-Star break. Number 1, Boston.
Since the All-Star break, this squad has been on fire on offense, looking like a well-oiled machine and taking and making high percentage shots.
Help out on Russell.
They set the pick. Westbrook, the pass to Goose. Outside, Brown. For 3, Porzingis.
Don't worry.
Russell with the rebound. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. From deep, Johnson. That one's good. 2 for 8 now.
Yeah, just such a tremendous shooter. If Cameron Johnson gets a look from 3, good night.
Westbrook, the pass to Goose. And the shot's good. Doyle's got 36 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Thomas outside. Back to Russell. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Westbrook, the pass to Goose. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Help out on D-Lo.
Pass to Claxton. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Here's Doyle, guarded by Russell. Another bucket! Wow!
And hats off to him. I mean, he's got the longest 40-point streak in league history.
Unreal. He's been on a scoring binge we've never seen before. From 12 feet, Williams misses.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Russell a screen on White. Here's Thomas for 3. Boston pulls it in.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Doyle's shot is good. Doyle's got 42 in the game.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Outside, Williams. To the wing on the left. Claxton a screen on Westbrook. Here's Russell. And the Nets miss again.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock to snap the cold streak. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Step back on that one and let it fly.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That 3-level scoring coming into play.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Counted from distance. Thomas has got his second basket.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. Boston out in front, delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hey,
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
And changing it up. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And for the Nets, they're shooting a low 26% from the field. On the floor for the Nets, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the three. White for three. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 assists tonight.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
To the inside, Doyle. Tries again. And he takes it up and lays it in. Doyle's got 44.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Nets have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Pass to Thomas. Claxton a screen on White. Inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Thomas putting that pass on time and on target. Love to see it from that scorer.
Westbrook outside. Down low. Here's Doyle. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Pass to Thomas. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, if you don't overthink it, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls,
the previous play is under review.
Challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And here's Thomas from the arc. That one doesn't drop. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. They get it back. White, the pass to Brown. Here's Doyle. Good. He hits again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Claxton a screen on White. Pass to Claxton. Blocked! And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Brown passes to Goose. Good! That's another bucket!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Russell against Westbrook. Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
Here's Westbrook. Again, Boston.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul. And Boston with some changes. Horford comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Westbrook. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Here's Thomas. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on White. Well, you look at, and they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still.
The previous play is under review.
No doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Holiday's checked in for White. While we have a second, here are the NBA's assist leaders since the All-Star break. Fourth, Jaylen Brown, and of course Peyton Pritchard.
And one thing that jumps out at you when you look at these two guys, it's their passing. Both of them have such a strong sense of how to move the rock.
Outside Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 14 points for the game.
They're really working the paint now.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Outside Russell. Clock at 4. And Goose pulls it down. Boston on offense. They're on a 17-4 run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Johnson inside. He's against Horford. The shot by Johnson, no good.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
To the inside, Doyle. That one is off. Some solid defense from Williams. Pass to Russell. Here's Claxton. Count the basket. He's got 14.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Tatum's shot is good.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from the inside.
Thomas outside. Three-pointer, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Over to the left wing. Tatum. There's the triple. Pritchard gets it to go.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Williams finds Russell. Boston pulls it in. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. That's the first game of a 6-game road trip. Doyle. And another one!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. A good look from Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Johnson's got 8.
Yeah, taking a scoring opportunity when it comes. The readiness of Cam Johnson, so good.
To the paint. Here's Doyle. Claxton with the block. Brooklyn's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Pass to Johnson. This one for 3. And Goose pulls it down.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And Horford powers it home.
Well, those are the long strides that Al Horford takes. He gets to the hoop in no time.
Outside, Williams. Now here's Claxton. Here's Thomas. Holiday grabs the miss. Outside Tatum. To the middle. Here's Doyle. Some solid defense from Claxton. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Russell, double teamed. Johnson passes to Russell. Pass to Thomas. Over Tatum. Kept alive.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
And it's Doyle missing. The Nets shooting a rough 25% from the field in this game. Horford with a steal. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. That one falls. He's got 7.
Yeah, because of his size and skill, once Drew Holiday gets in the open floor, look out.
Pass to Claxton. Thomas, left side. Outside Russell. Johnson for 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Russell. Here's Doyle. Oh, connects again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Tatum against Thomas. Outside Johnson. All sorts of time. And the jumper is good. Johnson's got 10 points.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
Holiday passes to Goose. And it's good. He hits another one.
And what's another 60-point game for him? I mean, you can almost expect it from him at this point.
And he's now within reach of the most 60-point games in a single season. He could do it. Pass to Thomas. Outside, Williams. Screen by Claxton. Williams misses. Boston has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Tatum, good.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT.
Here's Thomas from downtown. And Goose pulls it down.
You know, scoreless this quarter, and it's not helping them battle back.
Inside. And got it! Another basket! That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Russell to pass to Claxton. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Pass to Goose. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Russell. And Pritchard pulls it down. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Outside Johnson. Horford with the block.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot-blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes. Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Boston on offense. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Tatum. Pass to Goose. Tatum, a screen on Claxton. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Count it. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the problem with Jason Tatum in the pick and roll is he can roll or pop, and that makes him hard to guard.
I got him. Russell to pass to Johnson. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Celtics out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great.
A full line change here for Brooklyn.
Go get him, MP.
A minute 35 left in the fourth quarter here. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Drew Holiday. Then it's Torrey Craig. Then there's Al Horford. And it's Goose in at the center position. That's the Boston 5. And again with the rebound. Hits yet again. Wow!
And I think some of us saw this coming, but now it's happened. He set the new all-time rookie record for points scored in a season.
This was a record that almost seemed unattainable, unfathomable. But here we are, witnessing history in the making, and quite possibly the start of a career that's already showing the hallmark of a truly generational talent.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this team is something else. 64 wins. These guys have had quite the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Goose.
Boy, I have loved this guy's energy all night. There was never a point in which he let up. The triple-double evidence of the kind of effort and skill he has.
Pritchard gets it to go.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Now here's Claxton. He's covered closely. Screen by Claxton. Williams from long range. They get it back. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
MP has been slinging 40s like it's nothing lately. No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night. Hey, MP. It's your world. We just living.
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Sounds legit, man.
It's open late, too. Hey, what's up? Everything good?
I'm guessing by the look on your face, you know what I'm here to talk about.
Somebody gonna fill me in?
Show him.
I know he didn't say that. About you? He about to unleash the dragon on that boy, I'm telling you.
Before we go unleashing any dragons, I would like you to seriously consider the impact your words will have on your teammates and the organization.
No. You just think about how your teammates are gonna love it when you call this dude out and you back it up.
You are an amazing player, clearly, MP. But some things don't work out that way.
They do if you're MP, okay? All due respect, Donna, my client right here knows how to compete.
Hey, just let her talk for a second, Patrick.
Okay, floor is yours.
Responding to something like this will put a target on your back. You are familiar with the concept of bulletin board material?
Of course.
Trash talk is fun. I get that. But when you make it public, it can fire up the other team. And it can anger your teammates if you can't back it up. You're a tremendous player, MP, but this is the NBA. Everyone is extremely talented, and some things don't work out the way you want them to.
Look. On the other hand, if you put that bozo in his place after calling your shot, that's something all teammates will love. Okay, look, I may not be in the NBA, but I understand the psychology of sports, okay?
And that's also true.
Thank you. So what are you gonna do, man?
Don't worry about it. I got this. I got it.
know I had to say something to him. Yeah,
standing on business.
You already know, yes, sir.
Not what I would have done, but you are your own person. I just hope for everyone's sake, you can back it up.
It's not an issue, Donna. I got this.
If we lose, I don't want to see even one photo of the two of you at Korean barbecue. The optics would be horrible. Are we clear?
Yeah. MP, you sure you got this?
Don't even worry about it, man. You know I got this. All right, man.
Make eye contact with the fan. Slightly, yeah. That's a little intense. We are at a sporting event.
In the house.
They don't feature any team specific ones. You think Jen was clear about the target?
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output, that extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Goose out there with Horford, and it's Westbrook in at the point. And for the Jazz, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. And it's Collier in at the point guard position. Here the end of the season in our sights now, Stan. How much of a toll does a regular season take on the coach?
Well, Kevin, the big thing is you just don't sleep a lot because you're running on adrenaline and your mind is always going, looking for more and more answers, so it can be exhausting mentally.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Collier. From deep, Collins hits it from three-point range.
Well, when you're not right up on Collins, he senses that, and he can make you pay off the catch.
And it's sent back by Kessler. Brown gets a screen from Doyle. Brown the pass to Doyle. In the corner, Horford with it. Here's Westbrook. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
And the defense should know Westbrook will not back down. He goes right into the defender and gets a chance for an and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. And Tatum pulls it down. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Shots good by Doyle. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
Now, here's Brown. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
And the Celtics with possession here after the missed three from John Collins.
Pick coming.
The kick out to Westbrook. Pass to Doyle. 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And the Celtics another three.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Markkanen. Clarkson finds Collins. Collins with another miss. Here's Boston now. They're on a 13-5 run. Brown drives in. Here's Doyle. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 6 points for Goose.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
Here's Collier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. David struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. Number 1, the Celtics.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Brown against Clarkson. Pass to Collier. Another miss by Utah.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Doyle plays it up and banks it in. Doyle's got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Clarkson. They could use a bucket. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And with a pause here, how about the stats for Jason Tatum? Averaging about 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yeah, their entire system would look different if they didn't have this guy to depend on.
Jazz trail by 14. Clarkson outside. Pass to Collier. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, Markkanen's one of the more efficient, high-volume three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Brown, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside Collins. No good from outside.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up. Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Now, here's Clarkson. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. Baseline J on the way, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. The Jazz with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And good that time.
And the crisp passing has opened
things up for them offensively.
Pass to Clarkson. On the wing, Markkanen. Clarkson kicks to Collins. To stop the run. The offensive rebound. Clarkson surveying the floor. Collier, that's good.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Boston leading by 17. Here's Doyle. He dents the rim with a two-handed. Slam. Wow.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now Westbrook, after Lowry Markkanen misses from long range.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Set up, set up.
Outside Collins. Pass to Markkanen. Misses the three.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
To the paint. Here's Doyle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
The Celtics have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Two shots.
You got it out. You got it out. Make sure the pitch down there. I got to shoot it.
That free throw, no good. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Get this board, fellas. Get this board. It's three back on me. Shoes on tight. Coming off. Rebound. Shoot on. It's ours.
And he's good on the second. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell, and they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with. Well, when you have the size Kessler has, you just want them to keep giving you the ball inside like that.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now, here's Sexton. And it's blocked by Doyle. Horford the pass to Doyle. Celtics passing it around. To the wing right side. Tatum on the wing. An easy 2 points on the layup. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Markkanen shoots the three. It's through for his. Second basket, he's now 2 for 6.
Markkanen showing big-time range.
Here's Doyle, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high-percentage looks.
Here's Sexton after the basket by Boston. Pass to Kessler, and here's Collins from outside. It's hauled in by Doyle. Doyle's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Collins passes to Collier. Larkin in a screen on Westbrook. Here's Collier. That's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And the basket is good. 19 points for Goose. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Inside, here's Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Sexton. 11 points last game. Pass to Collins. Over Horford. The shot by Collins, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind of play.
And Sexton has it in the corner. He's off on that one. Some solid defense from Brown.
Right? Hey, yo, wrestle.
Down low, here's Doyle, and he goes in for the dunk.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Collier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook. The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. The free throw drops for Collier. Both teams deciding to change it up. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Jazz again can't hit it. Tatum deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Here's Doyle. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 6 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And so it's Boston with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Filipowski. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Goose, in their last matchup against Brooklyn, put on a show. He ended the game with 68 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. Those are eye-popping numbers he put up. Couldn't possibly top that tonight, could he? We'll all find out together. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Brown's shot is good.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Tatum against Clarkson. Pass to Filipowski. It's rebounded by Porzingis. The Celtics have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
There's the pick. Clarkson for 3. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Count that one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Clarkson. No good again that time. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
Pass to Hendricks. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. No good on that one.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. And then for Boston, Derek White's checked in for Brown. And it's Holiday in for Pritchard. Jazz shooting a rough 22% so far in this one.
You got him.
Outside, Sexton. Filipowski, and it's blocked. Bounce pass, Holiday. And that one drops for him.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
And that one drops.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Rebounded by the Celtics. Doyle's. The Celtics have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. It's good. Doyle's got 37.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside, George. Pass to Filipowski. Jazz passing it around. Sensabaugh, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Tatum, yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
George against Holiday. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. Celtics on D. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Collins a screen on Holiday. Clock at 4. Here's Sensabaugh. It's hauled in by Doyle. Doyle's got his 16th rebound on the night. To the paint. And White the bucket on the assist by Tatum. White's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Kessler, a screen on Tatum. Sensabaugh, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Outside, Sexton. Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Pass to Kessler. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers shooting.
Another bucket! Wow!
And no one can stop him. It's another 40-point game, and he's had a bunch of them.
And with tonight's performance, he's now tied for fourth on the single-season 40-point game list. Pass to Sensabaugh. It's blocked. They get it back. Outside, Sexton. The second chance effort. Count it. Sexton's got his first bucket in this one.
A dynamic scorer. Sexton will absolutely take the mid-range J if you give it to him.
And here's Tatum for three. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Keontae George. And a change for the Celtics. Westbrook's checked in. Inside, Markkanen passes to Kessler. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Yeah, they want more playmaking from Markkanen. That's the next step in his game.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Pass to Collier. Back to Sexton. To the middle. Looking for Markkanen. He gets it there. Misses from short range.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Markkanen, good.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
Here's Doyle. The layup off target. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. No good with the triple. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by Kessler. And now Utah, fast break. Three-pointer, Markkanen. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Markkanen's got 11 points.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, forcing the defense to extend out.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, Markkanen. And it's off from three-point range. Markkanen's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. And the shot is good. 45 points for Goose.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Here's Collier. Shot clock at 5. Picked by Markkanen. Launches it. It's hauled in by Doyle. Doyle's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Markkanen, and he drives in. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Collins. Can they get it? Outside Sexton. Markkanen sets the pick for Sexton. Rebound Boston. Doyle's. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
Pass to Collier. Down low. Markkanen passes to Kessler. Collins a screen on White. Sexton for 3. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Collier. Left side Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Jacks up a 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Boston Celtics enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this.
I think for the Jazz, a month left to play. Dog days. A lot of teams on autopilot. They seem to be in that group.
And let's move on to that first half. Talk about a rough start for the Jazz.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's talk.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We've seen a tremendous game from Goose.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really.
And yep, another basket.
An incredible performance tonight, folks. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the 5th most 50-point games in NBA history.
Elgin Baylor had 17 50 pieces during his legendary career. He's level with Elgin. Next up is James Harden, who had 23. And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Well, he leads everyone in scoring, and he shows no intention of slowing down.
Pass to Collier. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Tatum dishes to Brown to the inside. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 7th assist in the game. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Clarkson on the wing. Now Kessler. 8 points for him. Clarkson against Brown. Fires from deep. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Clarkson finds Markkanen. To end the cold streak, another miss by Utah.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime. A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
The Jazz have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Markkanen kicks to Collins. Pass to Clarkson. Drills the three-pointer. Clarkson's got 5.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
To the paint. Here's Doyle. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Markkanen from outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Doyle passes to Tatum. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Here's Collier. Inside, out to Clarkson. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Brown. Some solid defense from Brown. Boston's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Brown gets a screen from Doyle. Brown inside the rafters. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me? My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Markkanen kicks to Collins. Here's Collier. He's covered by Brown. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Misses and the dry spell continues. To the paint. Stolen by Collins. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier.
Ball coming, ball coming.
Outside, Markkanen. Clarkson kicks to Markkanen. Over Tatum. Markkanen can't get it to go. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Sexton, he's checked in for the Jazz. Keontae George comes in for Collier. And then for Boston, Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And it's Pritchard in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break, getting the shots they want and converting them.
And that one's good, George.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all three levels.
Here's Doyle. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018.
And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review.
The previous play is under review.
No foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
Immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Clarkson.
Well, in terms of bucket getters, guys who just fill it up, Colin Sexton is up there. He's just excellent scoring the ball.
Brown against Sexton. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Well, Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Doyle. Makes it off the glass. 69 points for Goose.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Markkanen against Tatum. Markkanen dishes to George. Drops in the tray. George has got 5 points so far.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And it's the Jazz's ball. Pass to Markkanen. Sexton with the screen for Markkanen. From outside, off the mark.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in this second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
The open look here for Sexton. It's the 3-point bomb. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Doyle passes to White. The outside leaner, and Tatum with the basket on the assist by White. That's 29 points for Jason Tatum.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Yo, watch him.
Sexton deciding where to go with it.
Get there, get there. Here we go. Let's do it. Ball.
Fires from the wing. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Boston's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Tatum's got 32 points.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
George passes to Kessler. Outside, George. Pass to Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. To the middle. Connects again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Outside, George. 1:31 left to play here in the third. The shot's good. Here's Pritchard, still scoreless. From outside the arc, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And George kicks to Sexton. And there's the drive, rejected by Doyle. Here's the break. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there, recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
George looking over the floor. Pass to Markkanen. Again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Two on the clock. The three from George. It's hauled in by Doyle. Boston's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Porzingis is doubled. Pass to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Look, you know coming in that Holiday is aggressive. He will try to force you to bend to his will.
Here's Sensabaugh.
Hey, watch him.
Looking to end the run. Hands it from downtown. Sensabaugh's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of...
So Utah ends up going with the new group.
D up on them. Don't let them breathe, all right?
In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. Collier out there with Clarkson. And it's Kessler in at center. That's the group right now for Utah.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, it's all due to his energy and effort, as well as how well he's been able to get ideal positioning on the glass. Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Markkanen kicks to Clarkson. Pass to Collier. It's hauled in by Doyle. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
In what's really been a fantastic year, these guys expect to win each night just as they've done here tonight. And this will end up another big win, making it 65 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Goose.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Brown outside. Down low. And another one falls. Amazing.
'81 on the night, channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Outside Collins. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Launches a three. And they'll get another chance. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.
Great win tonight, MP.
Yeah, MP.
It seems like you really like talking to your opponents during the game. What is it about trash talk that you enjoy so much?
You know, mostly it's just trying to throw people off of their game. You know, NBA players, they're used to trash talk, so it's not going to make them miss easy shots or anything like that. But if you know how to make them a little angry, then, you know, they might shoot a shot that they should have passed. Yeah. It's a small thing, but it's effective for me.
Well, what kind of things do you say to throw your opponent off their game?
You have to get creative, you know? Just swearing and screaming about someone's mom isn't going to, you know, do anything but make them mad. And when a player gets mad, sometimes that makes them play better. You know, I try to make them think. Yeah.
Think? About what?
Okay, I'll give you an example. We may be at the free throw line, and then I'll just say, hey, you paid way too much for your car. And then he's now like, how does he even know what I paid for my car? And did I pay too much for my car? Did my manager give me a bad deal? Do I need a new manager? And then that's when I know that I've won, you know? Because now they're not thinking about the game. They're thinking in the clouds.
That's devious.
Listen, it's all in the game, Blair. It's all in the game.
MP about to tear the roof off.
Hey, should we pick up something for dinner?
Have you? Oh,
We're the side of it.
already.
Sure.
Do you think it would be nice?
Get on the water. See people see.
Yeah, this was fun.
My kids at the night show last weekend.
Oh, yeah? I was up at the top.
Oh, I sat right near the glass.
I got the $20 seats.
You?